Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
An Army officer who was repeatedly stabbed in a street attack could return to work in the future, sources claim, as he remains in hospital in a serious but stable condition. Lieutenant Colonel Mark T. Tunn is still receiving active medical treatment after he was set upon by a knife-wielding assailant outside his home in Gillingham, Kent, on Tuesday evening. The 47-year-old, who has served in the armed forces for 24 years, was wearing his uniform 200 meters from Brompton Barracks when he was attacked by a moped rider. His wife Eileen rushed from their house to his aid, with witnesses describing how she tackled the man who was stabbing her husband, likely saving Lieutenant Carl Teaton's life in the process. Last night the father of two remained in hospital, with Army sources claimed that despite no change in his condition being expected in the coming days, in the long term is hoped he will return to work. The highly respected officer had reached the same rank as his older brother Andy in the same corps, before becoming a course manager at the Royal School for Military Engineering, which is based at Brompton Barracks. He was officially named yesterday as family, friends and neighbors paid tribute to him and his wife. It came as a 24-year-old man appeared at Medway Magistrates Court in Chatham charged with attempted murder. Anthony Ezen, of Rochester, confirmed his name but challenged the magistrate over why he should provide his date of birth. He confirmed the information when pressed by District Judge Stephen Leake. Prosecutor Rajni Prasher said a man was seen running up behind a soldier, pulling him to the ground and stabbing him with a large knife or machete. Ms. Prasher added, he, the assailant, got onto a moped and drove off. Witnesses took down the registration number and it was traced. She said police found a set of kitchen knives in a black cardboard box on the moped. 2 of them had been used. 3 were still inside protective sleeves, suggesting they had not been used. Ezen did not enter a plea. He was remanded in custody until August 22 when he will appear at Maidstone Crown Court. His barrister said his client's fitness to stand trial will be assessed by psychiatrists. Mrs. T. Tunn was a member of an Army Wives Choir and once appeared on the ITV chat show Lorraine alongside other military mums. She is also a stalwart of the armed forces community in Medway, where her highly respected husband belongs to the Royal School for Military Engineering at Brompton Barracks. According to Army sources, Mrs. T. Tunn has been at her husband's side throughout his career, enduring the challenges that come with being a service's wife. But nothing could possibly have prepared her for the horror that confronted her on Tuesday evening. Her anguished cries were inadvertently recorded on a neighbor's doorbell camera. "What are you doing?" she screamed. Then she turned and appealed for help, telling passers-by that her husband, who was wearing his uniform, had been stabbed and could bleed to death. Last night friends said Mrs. T. Tunn was a lovely lady, who is part of the Brompton and Invicta Military Wives Choir. She appeared on ITV to discuss belonging to a services choir 4 years ago. A Facebook post from the time paid tribute to our amazing Eileen, "You were fabulous. We are so proud of you." Mrs. T. Tunn is also a familiar face at the local community center and could be relied upon to support other Army families. And her husband is as respected as he is popular, the Mail has been told, prioritizing the welfare of personnel and veterans. Earlier this year he ran 44 miles on the 80th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy to raise £3,000 for military charity Combat Stress.